It's Saturday the 26th of September and it's just after 3. I'm up early to make sure I get the records I want. This year Record Store Day is split over 3 months. At the end of the month, the Saturday at the end of each month in August, September and October. I think everyone was taken by surprise last month because there was far more people than they probably expected. It was great and I managed to get everything I wanted. This time around we've got Britney Spears on the list of records available, which means there'll be loads and loads and loads of people turn up for that because that's what happened last time. Anyway, I've just got 4, including the aforementioned Britney Spears, TLC, Natalie Prass and Snapped Ankles. I've only seen Natalie Prass and Snapped Ankles, never seen the others. But that's life. I'm just about to have a cup of tea and then I will head off. But shortly following this, a couple of days ago, I spoke to Paul, one of the 2 proprietors of the LP Cafe, and we had a little chat. And you can see it now. Right, Paul.
Hello, Robert.
Now, this is the LP Cafe. It's in Watford.
This is.
Now, why is it called the LP Cafe?
Because we sell records.
No.
But also because I set it up with my partner Layla, so she's the L, and I'm Paul, the P.
The P. And you've been here since, I think, in November 2013?
2013, yes.
So that's almost 7 years, isn't it?
I think it's more than 7, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm hopeless at maths.
Is it? Maybe, I don't know.
Can't do arithmetic.
Ages.
So in that time, other record shops have come and gone, haven't they?
There have been record shops coming and going. But then there's always shops coming and going. It's the high street, isn't it? There's all sorts. It's not high street.
Well, we had a well-known national brand, didn't we, in the main shopping centre?
Oh, you mean the one that I used to work at?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I never bought anything from them.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well, they didn't say anything
Probably
I
why
wanted.
it's not there anymore, brother.
No.
But I suppose that's kind of one of the things that, at least, one of the things, the way we sell records is very much kind of, in my experience at HMV is different. Sorry, I said good at HMV now, but that's what I was talking about.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, I had a great time there and I felt like a great range, but I did feel that it was at a point where it was just, because it was big, it wasn't as easy to develop that sort of one-to-one customer relationship as we have here by having a cafe.
Now that's the other thing, your cafe.
Yes.
Now I don't like coffee at all. There's 3 things in life I really don't like. That's Brussels sprouts, coffee and jazz. And you actually like jazz and you sell coffee as well.
Yeah, maybe we should get a Brussels sprout sandwich on the menu.
Yeah. And but your coffee, you actually have been to Brazil and been to the farms where the beans you sell here have grown.
Yeah, we've like, coffee's very important to us because personally I find it inspirational. I find it there's like an artistic quality to it, or where you can really geek out about it, and very much in the same way you can with records, and it also is like, it's a treat, and I think listening to records is a focused treat in the same way. So.
Now, in addition to selling coffee and records, you have your own record label too, don't you?
We do have a record label. Just again going back to the connection that we have with people that come in, because we have more conversations, we kind of creates more activity. So we've most recently put out a 7-inch single by a local band called Lakes, who
top notch.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And it has a well-known American vocalist on it too, doesn't it?
Yes, Daniel Lampton.
Yeah.
From, what was the name of the band?
No, I forgot
Something
it.
Kids. Yeah.
Big in the emo world.
That's right. Yes. Pop punk or something like that.
Which is sort of, emo's a sort of Watford thing together with punk as well.
It's interesting, isn't it? That like there's a lot of certain genres caught on heavily with different social groups in Watford throughout my time anyway. I'm sure it's always been like that. But yeah, the emo thing was very popular in the early 2000s for bands in Watford. It's almost like later kind of throwback to that, but they're also doing their own thing.
Yes.
With the glockenspiel and all that.
Well, yes. There are not many bands with glockenspiels and trumpets. And if you like glockenspiels and trumpets, see Lakes. Actually see them. They're fabulous live. And talking of live, you've had some installs as well over the years.
Yeah. We generally, especially when there's a band that we're either helping their release or putting out their release, installs that's the best way to celebrate a new record coming out, really.
You've had some fabulous acts, haven't you?
Yeah, we get very lucky. I think obviously there's massive limitations with how many people can actually come when you're like a small cafe, but at the same time, I think artists generally appreciate that level of intimacy, I guess, and that sense of like being surrounded by records. It's like kind of putting an artist in its place amongst all the artists they appreciate. So that's
I must admit, some of them I really like. Warriors, particularly.
Oh, Warriors are amazing.
And they came all the way from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good bands from
Well,
Brooklyn.
they didn't just come here from Brooklyn. Like it's a handy stop off if you're playing a show in London and you can squeeze it in. So.
Changing back to Record Store Day, this year it was very different from previous years.
Yeah.
Last year you went absolutely mad, didn't you? Because you had 11 venues and how many bands?
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a viral nightmare now, but we had probably 100 bands over 11 venues I think it was, I'm not sure. But basically it's become or had become an important day in the calendar for the whole town. And who knows, hopefully next year we'll get to do something special again. Like we'll definitely think of some way, and I think hopefully as people are more settled with the new way of living, it's like there'll be a way that we can make it as much fun as before. So
it's probably less stressful this year than last year.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Like, it's weird because I guess that I don't miss the stress, but at the same time I found like myself being like, well, there's something missing, you know. They haven't got the excitement that I think I just love watching bands.
I do too. In fact, really this year it's so bad. I saw 462 artists last year.
You've probably been on 462 Zoom gigs though this year, haven't you?
I've been on a lot of Zoom gigs. Some are very good. Some because we're recording it at a different time from when you'll see this. But just check out Zoom and check out YouTube live streams. There's lots of live music, and of course, live music's beginning to kick into action again.
Well, there is stuff starting to happen. Yeah, that hopefully. I mean, it's early days yet. We'll see how things go, but. One of the things I've kind of been very interested to notice is the way kind of throughout history music adjusts based on its environment.
Yes.
And I think that the music that's being made at the moment it's very much of this time. There's a lot more a lot more solo artists and like acoustic singer-songwriter stuff and but then at the same time with band stuff there's very different processes like multi-tracking and shared recording and a lot of the limitations, but also a lot of compromise, but a lot of added creativity with that.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Paul. Do appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Taking some time out, and I'm really looking forward to this coming Saturday.
The next drop.
The next drop number 2.
You're going to be queuing up?
Well, this is a question. I mean, you were saying that there's hardly anything.
There's
4 I want.
Well, this is a smaller list than last month, which is kind of a relief. I don't know if I could handle like that much sort of the ordering process, but there's a lot goes on
I know
behind the scenes to make it happen.
The last time Britney Spears was record store day, there was a queue. If you remember, they were queuing up at 3 a.m. to get Britney Spears, and
which is amazing because we've got a Britney Spears 12-inch single.
Yes,
that's been sitting in in stock in our singles section in the pop singles section. We've got Hit Me Baby One More Time, which has been sat there for maybe a good 6 months now.
Oh,
so I
already have it.
When it comes to the album coming out, I know people will be desperate for it. So we're trying to get as many as we can, as always.
Yeah.
With the popular stuff, there will be cutbacks. There always is. But
drop one here. I think Zak was before midnight. Paul, who's normally number 1, that's another Paul.
Yeah.
He was 3 a.m. or something crazy like that, and I was number 6.
I think people, especially with less gigs going on, the idea of there being a kind of moment where people are getting together at social distance, of course, but people are getting together in a kind of in a community sense, as opposed to like just being like people that you see all the time. It's people enjoy it.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, Paul, you were first in the queue at the end of August.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
And this is September?
That's right, Record Store Day drop 2.
Not so many people this time.
No, I think it's due to the fact of the actual releases that have come out. I think the main releases were always in August, but obviously there's a few more obscure ones to collect on in September, and as we know, there's another one in October as well. So, yeah, I'll probably have to wrap up a bit warmer for the October one, because it's freezing cold at the moment.
Now, I'm here for 3 records, and I think you're just here for 1, isn't it?
Just for 1, that's right, Dance Craze. But it's the fun of coming out at 4 in the morning and queuing up and waiting and talking to all the usual folk that turn up to do all of the queuing. It's great. I love it. I know it sounds daft, but it's just an event, and I really enjoy it.
Well, personally, I think it's one of the highlights of the year when it comes to the music calendar.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
No. Anyway, well, thank you very much. We'll wait and see if anyone else turns up.
Indeed.
Now, you're a latecomer.
Yes. I got here at 10 to 7.
Right, but there's not many people in the queue this time around.
No, luckily.
So you're going to get your tune?
Yes, I'm going to get Paul McCartney's first album, Half Speed Mustang. That's what I'm getting.
That sounds fabulous. Anyway, thank you very much.
You're more than welcome.
Zak?
Yes?
What time is it?
7:51.
Now, you were first in the queue last month.
That's because I wanted 10 things. But I want 1 now, and I've got to work after it, so... And no one wants it, so it's alright.
Okay.
Britney Spears. Not for me right now.
They both contain things.
Huh?
There's 2. There's the Dance Craze one, and then there's the
Best of 2, mate. Yeah, I want both of them. one, mate. See you later, guys. See you.
I'm just back from the LP Cafe. It's just after 9:15. It was different this time from August. Far fewer people, less records. I suppose that's to be expected. Having said that, I did do the prudent thing, turning up early, because they only had 3 copies of one of the records I wanted, and everyone else in the queue, all 9 of us, wanted basically the same record. Glad I got that. I did go intending to get 4 records, but TLC, which was on the list, disappeared off the list and wasn't available. So the records I got, first of all, Britney Spears. Why not? She sounds great, never seen her, looking forward to listening to that. Next one, Natalie Prass. Now, I fortunately have seen her. I've only seen her the once. I saw her in Reykjavik a couple of years ago. She was just doing a solo set with a keyboard. She was lovely. Another record I'm really looking forward to listening to. I've heard, her tunes on the radio before, but never got around to actually buying a copy. Glad I have. And finally, Snapped Ankles. If you haven't seen them live, do. It's an experience. Their music's great. Their stagecraft, their performance, it's just mind-blowingly good. They dress as trees and things, and it's just crazy. So if you have the opportunity, see them. I'm going to have a cup of tea, have a listen, and then I shall return to the LP Cafe to meet up with some friends, and later on go off for a pint.